Hi guys, welcome to the channel. My name's Rich and this is Savage Supercars. So a big shout out to our guys at Global Car Hire today. They've given me this car for about approximately 3 weeks, and that's what we want to talk about today. So big thank you to the guys from Global Car Hire. So as you know, in the last video, my current company vehicle, which was a Ford Ranger, went back and I've been given a pool car, which is an Audi A3, which will be a separate video. But unfortunately, the pool car had quite a bit wrong with it. Some suspension issues, some cooling issues, clutch problem. So it needed to go in the garage for about 3 to 4 weeks. So Global stepped up and have given us a very, very nice BMW 318i M Sport. Literally brand new, done 1,000 miles when I picked it up. So yeah, I want to talk about this car today, my feelings of it, my thoughts on it, and just get an idea of what you guys think. But personally, I am really impressed with this car. This model's about 36 grand. It's the 318i. It's about 160 brake horsepower with an auto box, but it's just such a pleasure to be involved with. It's not a car you want to drive fast. You just seem to want to just drift along. It's absolutely fantastic to drive. It really is amazing. The build quality is typical German. Really impressed. As always, they know what they're doing. You know, the BMW build quality is outstanding. The ergonomics of the interior of this car are absolutely fantastic. They really are amazing. Everything's where you want it to be. The visibility of everything is fantastic. I can have full screen sat nav, part screen sat nav. I can move it over to the center console if I want to. The updated iDrive system they now have in these cars is amazing, and I do think also it's one of the best looking saloon cars out at the moment. You know, in the company car park, it stands out. I remember when this model generation came out, it just was a big bold statement from BMW. That new grille, the black defined grille on the M Sport, the chassis, the rear end of the car, just make it really stand out. It's a real good step forward of the last model, the last generation model that was out there. So I'm really impressed with this car so far. I've done about 2,000 miles in her already, all up and down the motorway. The seats are really comfortable. Apart from they look really good, I think the seats look really good. They are extremely comfortable, very supportive. Just a really nice place to be, if I'm honest with you. So I've been really impressed with this. As I say, this is about 36 grand. So as far as company cars concerned, it's probably right bang in the middle of the average person's company car budget. Personally, you could probably lease one of these for about $340 a month, 6-month deposit, and then $340 a month. And you know what? I would highly recommend it. Now, as I said to you before, I've got to pick a new company car, and these are on the list. I think I can have a 320 M Sport, 320 diesel M Sport. I'm still looking at the benefit in kind situation of those. But having this car for the last couple of weeks, I've been really impressed. And everybody that I've taken out in it, so my wife's been out in it, I took some friends out in it on the weekend for a meal. Everybody has commented about it. Just feels real. It feels expensive. It feels a far more premium level of car than it actually is for 36 grand. I'm not being funny. My Ranger truck was 38 grand. So when I compare, I know they're different vehicles totally, but this is a really nice place to be. So it's only the 318i, but it doesn't feel slow. It doesn't feel sluggish at all. The power's there. The gearbox is very good. I'd say kick down is probably a little bit, there's a small delay on kick down, but it's not that kind of car. It's not a high performance sports car. It is a motorway mile eating executive company car, in my opinion. And I think this absolutely is a beautiful thing. This comes in the Arctic White. It's a lovely looking colour with the M Sport. So you got the darker grille, the wheels. I think the kit though, optional wise, I think the kit in the car is pretty standard. You know, you get full sat nav, heated seats, really good sound system. Everything you get, I think, is standard for the 318i M Sport. So I don't think it's like, oh, it's 36 grand plus X amount for optional extras. I don't think that's the case. So no, I think this is just a really nice place to be. And as I say, I've done some motorway miles. I was over the whole of the North Circular yesterday, so a bit of stop-start and a bit of open motorway, and it's fantastic. It's been really, really, really good car to drive. I can't fault it at all. And like I say, it does look good. It was a bit embarrassing because the Global delivered it to an Audi dealership, which is where I was taking my Audi A3 for the repair. And all the Audi salesmen were outside looking at this guy getting in this brand new 3 Series rather than an A4, I suppose. But it does stand out. It definitely has presence. It looks really good. I genuinely can't fault this car. I think maybe, you know, if I did 10,000 miles in it, I might, you know, find some little niggles, but first impressions are really, really good. Really good. I love an auto anyway. And years ago, a 1.6 or a 1.8 auto would be quite sluggish and quite slow. This isn't like that at all. This has got plenty of pull, plenty of pickup, but it is a car you don't want to thrash. I don't feel like I have to drive it hard through the gears. I quite enjoy the more relaxed driving style of this car with the auto box. I think if it was the manual, I'd probably be a little bit more rigorous with the gear change. With the auto, you just kind of sit there and go, yeah, just let it do it. But I genuinely am very, very impressed with this. So I think I've got this for another week and a half. So, you know, we'll see if anything crops up with it at the moment, but in the future. But at the moment, it's absolutely fine. I can't complain at all. I just think it's a really, really good looking car. I quite like the new Touring, and that might be an option. I quite like that small estate car. I needed a smaller vehicle than the Ranger for my job, but you know, the estate, the Touring on this gives you that option of bit more space, bit more back room as well. It's not a huge estate car by any means of the imagination, but it's big enough to give you that a bit of extra space and guidance. So I might consider looking at the 3 Series Touring. Having this has really kind of made me think, do you know what, it's a serious contender for my next company car. I'm really impressed with it. You know, we all love the M3, the M4 comps, don't get me wrong, but it's not practical as a company car. The benefit in kind would be huge, the running costs would be crazy, you just couldn't do it. And some of the places I go to around the country, I wouldn't want to park an M3 or an M4, to be honest with you. I really wouldn't. You know, the jealousy of people and putting that car about. This, I think, really, really does the job. It ticks all the boxes. I've been a rep for a long time, and you know, used to be Mondeos were the stable company car. I've had 6 of them, so they were a very good car. I know they stopped production now, but I definitely think the 3 Series is definitely there now as a stable bread and butter company car. You know, it looks good on your drive, it makes you feel good when you drive it. It's not overly expensive on benefit in kind. The running costs as the business are very good. I've been averaging, even though this is the petrol, I've been averaging sort of like 60 to the gallon on the motorway, so it's been very, very good. One thing I would say, the safety features on this car are incredible. The new safety features, the lane guidance, the distance control, the radar control, the speed limit control, it has it all. It's very, very good. Initially, with the lane control, if you slightly went over the line, it actually physically fights you to pull you back in. And I get it, I get why it's there. It was a little bit scary the first time it happened. I wasn't ready for it. I was like, oh wow, okay, yeah, really fighting against me in the steering wheel. But if you've been driving for a long time and you're a bit tired and you started to drift across the lane, I get the safety side of it. It's a very, very good feature to have. I don't think this car wants for much at all, if I'm honest with you. You've seen from the pictures and from the video, walk around video, it is a really, really good looking car. So this is a 21 reg, and it literally had 1,000 miles on the clock. So I know September the 1st will be the new reg, so this will be classed as a 6-month-old car. But this, I mean, it still had that fresh, brand new smell when I picked it up. And it has just been a really, really good car for the last 2 weeks. It's been enjoyable. I've been looking for excuses to go for a drive, you know, and I love it when a car does that. When a car makes you want to drive it, you kind of go, do you know what? Yeah, I'll go. I'll take the car and go for a drive on it. So for me, I've been really, really impressed. So yeah, so I'll keep you up to date on this. I'll also keep you up to date on my new company car choices. I'm still looking. I've kind of narrowed it down to a few. I want to get some test drives in. One car that was a little bit of a left field, I wasn't thinking, but I've been really impressed with the initial look at the car, is the new CLA shooting brake. The new Mercedes CLA Shooter Brigade, I think, is a really good looking car. That interior now, they take from the A-Class, because obviously it's based on an A-Class chassis. That interior, the information system in that car is lead classing without a shadow of a doubt. I don't think there's anything that can touch it internally the way that is. I know a few people have got the A-Class with the new interior and are blown away by it. Mercedes have really upped their game on that. So yeah, no decisions been made yet, but I'm still looking and I'm making decisions. Cool Deep still loves his Tiguan, absolutely loves it. He's just every day just says it's just a better car. The colour combination makes it really look good, so he's really happy. But listen guys, thanks for staying with the channel. I know we've been a bit vacant recently. We're trying to get at least one video up a week. This kind of landed on my lap with this 3 Series, so I thought you wanted to share it with you guys. But you know, stay tuned to the channel, guys. Subscribe if you haven't. Please push the thumbs up, like button. Tell your friends about the channel. We're a very new channel. We're just trying to, you know, get up there with the rest of the guys that we respect and admire. The guys like TGE and Supercars of London and DDE. You know, we really want to get up there with those guys, and it's hard because myself and KD have full-time jobs, and we don't have the money to go and buy a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, which I know you guys would love to see. So, you know, we're trying to get there slowly but surely. But there's a lot of exciting stuff coming on the channel. The wife's new car is coming on the channel very soon. Pretty much done a deal on something, so that'll be exciting, so stay tuned for that. My new company car and lots of other things as well. So guys, stay safe, you know, please watch out for the next channel, and thank you for the support. We do appreciate it. Have a great weekend. Take care. Bye guys.